Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. So today we shall discuss the third part of chapter 1, that is chemical reactions and equations. Today we shall start with the topic change in temperature. So as you can see the two pictures, so what is happening here, we will understand this. So at first we are taking calcium oxide, that is quick lime, in a beaker, and we are adding small quantity of water into it. So what will happen, this calcium oxide, which is also called as quick lime, will convert to calcium hydroxide, which is called as slaked lime, SLAKED LIME, that is slaked lime. But not only this, another thing comes out as a product. What is that? That we will discuss. So when we add water to this calcium oxide, it produces slaked lime or calcium hydroxide. With that, huge amount of heat is being generated. That's why we call it as change in temperature. So since the heat is being generated, so definitely there will be change in temperature. Hence, the water starts boiling. So when we add water into calcium oxide, the water starts boiling. So this is a reaction where we can see heat is being evolved. That is, change in temperature occurs. Similarly, in the second experiment, we will see that addition of sulfuric acid to zinc granules. This experiment also we have seen in part 1, that is in evolution of gas. So when zinc is added to H2SO4 or vice versa, it forms zinc sulfate, hydrogen gas, that is evolution of gas. Along with that, huge amount of heat is generated. So this were the two reactions where we can see the heat is being evolved. That is, change in temperature occurs due to evolution of heat. Heat is being released from the system. Now let's move to next page. Here is a reaction where we can see the heat is being used by the system or used by the reaction to carry out its process. So this is barium hydroxide. This is ammonium chloride. So at first we will make the solution of ammonium chloride and we will add into the solution of barium hydroxide. So as soon as we add these two solutions, it forms barium chloride and ammonium hydroxide. With that, we will see when we touch this test tube, we will feel cold. Why? Because this reaction actually absorbs heat. This reaction absorbs heat. So that's why when we hold the test tube containing or when this reaction is carried out, we will feel cool or cold, as the heat from our hand gets into that test tube to carry out the reaction. Now let's see. As you can see, an ice and some pile of woods are burning. So in this first one, as we can see that heat is being absorbed by the ice. We all know when we hold an ice cube, ice starts melting. Why? Because the heat from our hand gets into the ice. Similarly, we feel cool or we feel our hand that it is getting cold, as heat is being released from our body or from our hand to that ice. That is the reason. Similarly, during winter season, when we burn some wood or like in bonfire, like we burn the piles of wood, we get or we feel hotter because the heat is being evolved from that fireplace. So this is the two type of reactions where we can find the change in temperature. Let's move to the next page. formation of precipitate. This is the final observation that we will see, or this is the last observation that we will see, that is formation of precipitate. In the change in color, we have learnt about this in the change in color, the same picture I have shown you. So here we can see the two types of changes occur. One is the change in color that we have already discussed, and another thing is formation of precipitate. What is this precipitate means? That is formation of sedimentation or formation of sediment. That is when we add a solution to, let's take the example of mud water. What happens? When we add some soil or mud into water, then we mix them and we keep them or keep it for rest. So what happens? A time comes when the mud or the solid substance get settled down and we can see the liquid or the water part at the top. So this precipitation also is similar to that sedimentation only. What will happen? As you can see, a colorless solution, which was lead nitrate that I have already discussed in change in color. And in this beaker I am taking colorless potassium iodide. When we add this to solution, this yellow color solid substance will form. So when these two liquids are being mixed or two aqueous solution is being mixed, it forms a solid substance that will settle down at the bottom of the container. So this is called precipitation. Let's take another example. Barium chloride and sodium sulfate. Barium chloride and sodium sulfate. These two are also colorless solution. As you can see, we have taken a test tube and suppose it contains the sodium sulfate. And we are adding barium chloride, as you can see here a nozzle. From that dropper, through that nozzle we are allowing the barium chloride to add into this colorless sodium sulfate. So what will happen? They will react and they will form barium sulfate. This barium sulfate is called the precipitate. White color, as you can see in the picture, white color solid substance will form and it will come at the bottom of the test tube. So these two were the formation of precipitate reaction. So this was it. Thanks for watching. I will share the next part, that is on balancing, in the next video. Thank you for watching.